Charlton will get the game underway. And do get the game underway. Kira Flannery starting us off. Straight to the dangerous boy Hlorka. Looks for Deanne Rose straight away. And Fabio Roque is just going to pull things back momentarily. With a drop ball. They are a possession team, Nottingham Forest. They're a side who like the ball at feet. Last couple of weeks have really not gone their way. They were not as bad as that 4-2 loss against Bristol City suggests. They grabbed that narrow victory over Sheffield United and then, well, a bonkers game last weekend away at St Andrews. Bromoon goal and then obviously Leadhammer and Lindstrom combining to hit 5. Back towards the captain Georgia Brome. Bounced off Moya for that red card a couple of weeks ago, well 6 or so weeks ago now. Overall had a very good season, Brome. Very unlucky last weekend for that own goal as well. Moya tries to turn away. Boy Hlorka tried to find Joya Mewa. Moya hoists it into the penalty area. Bustaki. Moya into the penalty area. Charlton looking to try and create an early chance here. Flannery back to the right-hand side. Driven in by Cyber. It might drop here. It hasn't dropped, and it's actually a smart touch as well from the Canadian, who's then sort of boxed out a little bit. And Newsham and Hutton perhaps sharing the blame there. Had a phenomenal season, Jodie Hutton. Was taken off just after the 60th minute last week, was just starting to look a little tired. Think about the amount of minutes she's had in the legs this season. Wasn't a booking as well last weekend. Moya carves out a throw. Fabio Roque again is called into action as Deanne Rose needs a little bit of support. She's been impacting games a little bit more over the last couple of weeks. Deanne Rose. Think back to some of her better performances of the season, that 4-1 victory over Pompey, the 2-1 win away at Bristol City. She actually scored in the reverse fixture, didn't she, as well, with a brilliant finish after a counter-attack started by Boy Hlorka. Even with 7 new faces through the door, you don't want to see some of your more consistent players needing treatment this early in a game. Only 4 minutes in. Missing Amy Claypole, of course. Doesn't look brilliant at the moment for Deanne Rose. It's a deserved round of applause as she comes off. And perhaps that slightly new look bench of Carly Davies will be called into action earlier than she would have expected. In the meantime, Charlton will get on with it on this right-hand side. Lobato's ball is a bit of a wild one. Newsham will be able to deal with it. Charlton Newsham toward the halfway line. Still going here. And the free kick is won from the guilty party. The challenge on Hammerley Testrup. Just nipped in nicely. Bounced off Amy Rogers. Forest have it back. Rome's pass to Keris Brown, one of those brand new signings for Forest. To another one, Amewa. Who's still going here, Joy Amewa. And in the end, concedes the free kick. Can't do better than a goal in your debut, can you? The record with Fortuna Huring was absolutely extraordinary. Better than 1 in 2 for goals. Here's Newsham, brilliant run forward to the edge of the penalty area from Newsham. Tracked the whole way, it comes back towards Jodie Hutton. And the flag is up on that far side. Well, stop-start, opening 7 minutes. Brown opts not to continue the push-up against Fitzgerald. Awkward from Brome, but again dealt with. Forest, who do like to have the ball, will need to start to progress shortly. Keris Brown. Kian Rose unable to keep a hold of it. Fitzgerald with the turn. And Maywer in again to help out. Stumbled and fell, but still got the job done. Alana Murphy with a touch on her debut. Starkey to have her head. Brome. Looking for Deanne Rose down that right-hand side, who still doesn't look entirely comfortable. Her contribution last week was a brilliant near-post flick onto the crossbar to stop the ball going in from Nadia Lafayette corner. Really good defending from Newsham. Another who's played an awful lot of football. Good season, though. How many Charlton players can you say haven't had a good season, to be fair? Picked up by Bradley. Almqvist able to find a teammate. And we're back into this Forest back line. Brome to Mustaki. Ebb ahead. Nice pass from Emily Batley, actually. Here is Brown. And Rose is, I still don't think, 100% here. But we'll see with this run here down this right-hand side. Pass towards Maywer. Lovely layoff. If Almqvist can get there, she can't. Lobato will emerge with it. Again to Lobato. It's Charlton's turn to keep possession. Alicia and Dow. Just another immense few games from her. Undoubtedly one of the highest performing centre-backs in this league this season. And Dow launches it. Stacky's head's in the right place. Fitzgerald should get a hold of this and just about does. Flannery. It's a lovely swing left-hand side towards Jodie Hutton, who has gone too early. Second time we've seen that flag in the last couple of minutes. Brome again looking toward Brown, but opting to turn back and find Mustaki, who has been known this season to play some balls from that position that have very much helped Forest going forward. A couple of brilliant over-the-top balls this season that Forest have benefited from. Spoke about centre-backs in form this season. Well, Chloe Mustaki would be one of them. Important for attacking contributions as well as the defensive ones. Smart pass left-hand side. It's going to be awkward. Amy Rogers has just about kept it in. One ball forward looking for Deanne Rose, who may well be able to get to this, but it's been well read by Whitehouse. Little spark in this game, 12 minutes in. And under pressure from Boychlaucker. Rogers will charge into the challenge and win the ball as well. Amy Rogers. Boychlaucker. Always looking for that killer ball. Brown. See what she's trying to do. They're going to still emerge with it here, Forest. And now with Deanne Rose, right-hand side. Only one Forest player in the centre. Goes for the cross to try and find Joya Maywa. And while she's moving a bit easier now, Deanne Rose. She'll be hoping that stays the case in the next few minutes. Yeah, she's certainly moving a little bit easier, but Newsham in a good place to stop the cross there. Brome. Little layoff from Rose. Holmquist will try and chase it. Hutton will loop it down this left-hand side. Brome is quick to it. Gets away from Testrup. Maybe things starting to open up a tad now. Alana Murphy. Back to Mustaki. Back again to Murphy. Smart pass towards Almquist. Murphy just mopping up again. Oh, lovely skill. Forest emerge with the ball. Lovely play from Amy Rogers there, just skipped through. So we'll get it back here. Take a tumble and we'll win a free kick. Well, it's not been perhaps the barnstorm we thought it might be. Some nice play from Rogers there a moment ago. It's Club's Player of the Month for last month. Chase it down again here. Continue to chase, but Cyber has guarded it well. Lucia Lobato. Newsham. Vicaris-Brown to take the throw. In from London City Lionesses, of course. Knows how to get promoted from this Division 2. Here's Brome's ball forward, looking for Joy Amewa. Keep going, and Newsham forced to launch it clear. Moya tries to steer it away from Mustaki. Bounces back into her, and Moya's done really well to emerge with it. Right-hand side here, Karen Moya charging forward. Moya's still going, it's a low ball in, it's well cleared by Brome. Real danger from Moya. It may continue. Cyber into the penalty area, nodded away by Brome, into Hutton. Brome able to get it clear with a little bit of help from a Forest leg. Brown's read that well. Almqvist. Pass to Amewa. Can't quite get it back to her, but will charge back and take it from Katie Bradley. Joy Amewa. That ball through is brilliant to find Tova Almqvist. It's Almqvist in the penalty area, side netting. What a ball from Joy Amewa. Gets a deserved thumbs up there as well. Yet to score for Forest, Tova Almqvist. Just sliced at it a little bit. This ball here from Amewa, having won it as well in the first place. What a pass that was. Lobato's done really well to come right across. Best chance of the game so far, 17 minutes in. Brome to Murphy. He's done really well there, Alana Murphy. May well have wanted the advantage. Either way, Forest free kick. Encouraging moment for Forest. Head finds Boyhalorka. Boyhalorka put some pressure on. Nisha and Dow should be able to deal with that, and does. Newsham driving forward, Rose for company, so to Almqvist, and Amewa almost got a hold of it. Lovely turn from Karen Moya. And Moya's ball is lovely as well, out towards Hutton, left-hand side, tries the first-time pass. It's going to come to Fitzgerald, who curls it in! It's a brilliant goal from Lucy Fitzgerald. A real moment of class. Goals in back-to-back games for her. Well, that is an absolute belter. And despite Forest's quality in this game so far, they find themselves down by a goal. Brilliant pass to Hutton. The clearance drops to Fitzgerald, who just guides it. No chance for Emily Batty. That is a beauty of a goal. And Charlton very rarely relinquish any kind of lead in this league. And they are now in front. Straight back to Fitzgerald here. Newsham left-hand side. Strong but fair challenge from Vicaris-Brown. Charlton just seem too ruthless at the moment. Long way to go in the game. Rose finds Almqvist, who had that chance only a few moments ago. Hutton's header. Rogers opts not to go for it. Brome reads it well. Cyber able just to slow things down to Undao. Should be a free kick and is. Goal scorer is Feld. Let's take another look at that goal, shall we? Brilliant ball to find Hutton. Not really much Brome could do. Her body was at 6s and 7s, but that is just a brilliant finish. Great goal from Lucy Fitzgerald. Hutton with a huge ball in. Nodded up by Eberhead, who concedes the corner kick. Well, that has got to hurt Forest because they have looked sharp. It's not fair to say they've looked the much better team, but they have looked sharp in the game and they've just been undone by a moment of absolute quality. Well, two moments really when you consider the pass out towards Hutton as well. She'll get a chance to create danger again here from this corner kick. Fabio Roque is going to just come across again. In comes the Hutton corner. It's a dangerous one, it's in! Alicia Undao is charging right across to Jodie Hutton. There's a couple of players here I think you're talking about. It may well be Lucy Fitzgerald again. It was hard to tell on first glance who got the final touch. But Charlton are absolutely motoring. 2 goals in 3 minutes. And yet again, Forest's defence unable to stop the leak. I think it is off the head of Lucy Fitzgerald. Emily Batty missed it. It is a brace for the Charlton number 11. If she grabs another one in the next couple of minutes, could be talking about records there. Rogers, 2 gut punches for Forest. Rose to Murphy. Deanne Rose needs someone. Slip from Bradley. And May will go after it. Rogers will also go after it and concede the free kick. Penny for the thoughts of Carly Davies here. 18 minutes in, you've seen your team have the best chance of the game. Look smart, look dedicated to closing the ball down, and 4 minutes later, you're down by 2. Devastating ruthlessness from Charlton. Brome, Omewa. She tried to tap it through. She has worked hard at the front here, Joy Omewa. What a brilliant clearance from Whitehouse, and here's Alana Murphy to Rose. Omewa's in a bit of space. Not going to come to Omewa. Going to come to Tova Almqvist instead. Now Murphy will try from range. It's a tame effort. Well, Lucy Fitzgerald scored an unbelievable goal for their first. But for the second, she maybe didn't know too much about it. May well have been heading straight in from Jodie Hutton's corner as well. There's another goal for Fitzgerald, 3 and 2 for her. Brilliant ball from Undao. Testrup will chase it down. Almost keeps it in. You can hear Carly Davies shouting instructions from the dugout. Keris Brown. Almqvist was initially thinking about chasing it. Rose who does. And Dow will stride forward. Lobato to Newsham. Oh, my word, Lobato showed a lot of it to Amewa. And then it bounces off the back of Murphy. Can Amewa get to this one is the question. She's up against Lobato. They bounce off each other. Forest wants at least a free kick there, and they're not going to get it. We see Lobato made things a little bit tricky. She's definitely causing things, causing defenders to panic, really. Oh, strong coming together with Amewa getting toward the ball. She's definitely adding something. Forest are undoubtedly missing Amy Claypole, there's no doubt about that. She'll be out for a little while yet. More than a little while yet, to be fair. Amewa takes it well, and is still going here. Joy Amewa done very well, and surely fouled by Hutton. Roque will call her over. She was booked last week for a shirt pull. Brome just plays it inside. Amewa opts not to go across to it, quite rightly. Comes to Deanne Rose. Here's Keris Brown. Boyle-Halawka. Halawka tries just to noodle it through. Heavy touch, though, means that Forest will keep it. Eberhead finds Tove Almqvist. Mustaki. Strong ball in towards Rose, who will try and steer it back into danger. Boyle-Halawka doesn't get hold of it. That is a massive chance. And she knows it, Chantel Boyle-Halawka. Had an unbelievable season. Rose does really, really well there. Boyle-Halawka, well, from the bench, Carly Davies may have thought her side were perhaps back in it for a moment. I'm sure she'll also be pleased with the fact that they've created such a big opportunity. Nottingham Forest 0, Charlton Athletic 2, as we head towards the 30-minute mark. Smart touch to find Alana Murphy. This ball is asking an awful lot down that left-hand side of Eberhead. Good turn from Rogers, and again. Keris Brown down the right, it still finds Deanne Rose despite Hutton sliding in. Newsham in the way. Brown had come forward to support well. Boyle-Halawka up against Gloria Cyber. In the end, it comes off the shins of Eberhead. You can see Amewa's physicality causing real issues. In that back line, you consider just how good Dow is at that element of the game as well. Same could be said for Lobato, but Amewa is just making them think again. I mean, Forest are one of the league's highest percentage possession teams. Even then, 63.6% is very, very high, but even with 36.4% possession, Charlton are too clear. Ball looking for a Maywer. May find her. Tova Almqvist goes in as well. Lobato just able to sort of scoop it out of danger. Newsham onto the left boot. Down this left-hand side. Smart pass to find Hutton. Will get it back. And here comes Charlotte Newsham. Still going, Newsham. That's a lovely ball through as well towards Fitzgerald. Batty will try and come for it. Cleared away. May have been the word hat-trick flashing up in Fitzgerald's head for a moment there. Flannery. Hutton, brilliant ball. Muya's not going to get to it first time. It just about gets away from Fitzgerald. Kira Flannery will pick it up again. Will strike it, Flannery. Just over the bar with a deflection on the way through. She has been in such good form. West Ham Loney. Conditions are getting trickier and trickier. Heavy rain. Increasingly slippy on the surface as well. We were expecting a bit of rainfall today, but it's been pretty heavy. In comes Hutton's corner. Boychalorka with the head in the way. Flannery just trying to side-foot it back into danger. And Maywer just about finds Eberhead. It goes back down that left-hand side for Joy Maywer to chase once more. Lobato. Nodded back towards Almqvist. Keris Brown. Chased down well by Fitzgerald. Forest play their way through. And then drive their way through. Win themselves a throw. Brown. Little snap pass to find Deanne Rose. Rose up against Newsham, who's defended it excellently. And then on the ground, initially thought had handled the ball, but free kick given against Forest. Just for that challenge there from Rose. Bit awkward for Eberhead to get her head to it. Rogers finds her again. Looks like his pass is a good one to Boychalorka. Turns nicely. Almqvist and Dow straight in. Boychalorka is going to chase down Bradley and has caught Bradley as well. Chantal Boychalorka. Waited just too long for the pass, but Maywer has read it well and is still going here. Joy Maywer might not keep it in. Little moments here and there for Forest. She's been impressive so far. To Muya. A little awkward for Cyber, but it's part of what's been an impressive move up from the Pathway Academy. She's settled in really well. Last couple of weeks have been very good. She did spend a little bit of time behind the hoardings last week and tumbled over them. Emily Testrup, as much as she's maybe not adding the goals she wants at present, still plenty of hard work. Brown to Rose, who was waiting for a bit of movement, didn't get it, tries to find a Maywer. Little look over the shoulder from Almqvist, who then with a right boot just moves it towards Boychlorka. Cyber with it. Alana Murphy, nice touch. Rogers needs somewhere to go. 3 Charlton players around her and the referee. Boychlorka to Alana Murphy. That's a smart ball from Murphy, but smart defending as well. Maybe just cut off a few options. Moya had moved easily enough for Cyber. Almqvist will get a hold of it, or at least try to. Brome just a little bit of a heavy touch, and in the end, bounces into Fitzgerald. Just Rogers trying to find Boychlorka. No harm done, particularly in the end. Fabio Roque caught out, I think, as much as everyone else was by the amount of turns Amy Rogers did there. 8 minutes of normal time remain. Forest 0, Charlton 2. And just 2 moments of ruthless brilliance from Charlton is what separates these two sides. Flannery on towards Newsham. Launches it in, Newsham towards Karen Moya. Boychlorka will get there first. Overhead. Bit of pressure on it. It's the right pass as she gets it back and again towards Boychlorka. Plays it very smartly down that touchline. Everhead charging forward. 2 Forest players going forward, but not a great deal Head can do. And in fact, she hasn't even won the throw there in the end. Murphy, Almqvist, nice pass right-hand side for Deanne Rose. Rose tries the cross. We'll pick it back up here and go back towards Keris Brown, or just keep a hold of it herself. Deanne Rose. Still going here, Deanne Rose, and actually did really well to win the corner. Brief respite in the rain as well. Did so well defending from that exact position last week. Can Forest get themselves back into this game as we head toward the half-time mark? There'll be a Mustaki corner once Fabio Roque has had his say. Staki's corner. And in the end, free kick given against, I think, Boychlorka. It's been the tale of a lot of Forest's recent games where they've not played badly. But every moment that could go against them, bad luck or moment of genius has done. And they were stretching for that. And actually, somehow slide winning it on the ground. Remarkable. Deanne Rose up against Lucia Lobato. Slams it against the hand of Almqvist. Not that I think Almqvist could have done a great deal. Out for the throw. Poor touch from Almqvist. Newsham's throw. And a push is given, and so too's a free kick. Brome's ball forward, looking for a Maywell. Lobato reads it. Almqvist and Rose will both charge a little bit, so too will Boyka Lorca, but Dow calm enough. Lovely piece of skill from Flannery. Newsham knocks it forward. Brown just feeds it back to her. Rogers. Murphy's done well to Brown. Chris Brown bursting through to find Rose. That's some good football here from Forest. Brown almost fed it back through to Rose. Good football in tight spaces down that right-hand side. Maywell. Rogers. Boyka Lorca. Wanted it and gets it back. In towards Rose, who gets in. Almqvist puts a toe in. Some much needed pressure here from Forest. Rose. It's a decent ball in and flicked away on the edge of the 6-yard box. Moya's pace is good, just helps to slow things down for Forest, and in fact win them the throw. Done well there, Moya again for Charlton. She's looked neat on the ball, Alana Murphy. She's left SC Sandu at top of the second division of the Frauen Bundesliga. Very highly rated. Went over to Australia and at times didn't have the best of runs. Maywell trying to get a hold of it. Lobato quite rightly leaves it for Sophie Whitehouse. Smart pass from Boyka Lorca. Can Rose get away with it? It's the question. Deanne Rose, edge of the penalty area, wants the free kick, gets the free kick. And towards the end of this first half, a big chance for Forest to get back into it. Real perseverance from Deanne Rose. Just kept going. Now these are difficult. These are very, very difficult. This close to the penalty area. It's by no means impossible, but it is difficult. 2 minutes of added time here. There'll be 2 minutes of added time. Chris Brown looking right-hand side as well. It will be Chantal Boyka Lorca looking for a 6th goal of the season. Boyka Lorca drills it. It somehow finds its way directly into the chest of Sophie Whitehouse. Could have really gone anywhere in the end. for the right option, really. Almost impossible to get it up and down that quickly from there. Went for the drill. At least gave the keeper something to think about. Cleared forward. Testrup wants a free kick and isn't going to get it. Murphy does well. Rome's long ball looking for Rose. Newsham has read it. Hutton scuffs it clear. Murphy. Head finds Boyd Hawker. I'll be thinking about that missed chance 10 minutes ago. Rogers cuts back in nicely with the ball. Amy Rogers, that's a smart pass to Almqvist. If she's onside, Almqvist into danger. She is not onside. Lovely through ball. Flicked on well. As we come towards the end of this first half, Carly Davies has got to find some inspirational words. Deanne Rose. Almqvist somehow steered it towards Keris Brown. Might not have been the intended target. Into a dangerous position towards Tova Almqvist. It'll drop towards Joya Maywer, who's still going. Almqvist lays it off for Boy Halorka, who drives it low. There's a body in the way. And it is the last action of the first half. And it's 4 minutes of brilliance from Lucy Fitzgerald that has seen Charlton take a 2-goal lead into the break. Her second was one she perhaps didn't know too much about from that Jodie Hutton corner. But the first was an absolute beauty. Brome moved the ball into her path when her body was awkward. Not a great deal the centre-back could do, but from that point, Lucy Fitzgerald picked her corner and found it perfectly. Carly Davies has got an awful lot to do at half-time. Karen Hills, at the moment, maybe feeling like her side are about to go 25 games unbeaten. We're at the break in the City Ground. It's Nottingham Forest 0, Charlton Athletic 2. We are back underway. Longford on that right-hand side. Everhead gets a touch. Boy Halorka, nice little pass towards Almqvist, who drops the shoulder well. Has got Boy Halorka in support down the left-hand side. Alicia Ndow across to deal with it, and does deal with it, but concedes the corner. Some immediate positivity from Forest. Early corner. Goes fairly low, still not clear, and steered somehow wide by Maywer. It was going to be difficult for Joya Maywer. There was a lot of bodies in front of her. Sort of bounced a little bit unexpected toward her as well. Off balance, but yeah, it is still a big missed opportunity for Forest to get back into it. Very positive start though to this second half. Ndow. It's been caught by Maywer. May need a moment here. Dow's going to need, I think, potentially some treatment. Not a single Charlton player in this side who is not key in this unbelievable run, but the 29-year-old has been so important, and outside of perhaps that Southampton game in early November, she's been basically unimpeachable. She's been incredible. And May was just gone across to try and block the ball forward and has caught it. And I believe has been booked as a result as well. Confirmation of the yellow card for Joy Mawer. She certainly put pressure on that Charlton backline. And while she spoke pre-match about staying grounded, about never getting too far ahead of themselves, in the next couple of weeks, if Charlton keep getting results like this, the task of staying grounded, the task of staying focused, while of course doable with this group of players, will certainly get trickier. They win today, they continue to creep closer to a return to the Barclays Women's Super League. Ball up to the Forest back line. Slammed back forward again. Mawer. Almqvist. Mawer was down. And Mawer's played a nice ball to Tove Almqvist, who's not got too much in front of her. Does a smart thing and rolls it back towards Boy Halorka. Just catches the heels of Fitzgerald. And Mawer's got to be careful here. That's twice in 30 seconds she's bundled someone down. And there is going to be a question at some point if she continues on this route. There's no real need for a Mawer to throw the boot in there. There is a lot of attacking possibilities on the bench for Forest. Maybe Smith being one of them. Smart turn from Flannery. Tries to find Newsham, and Georgia Brome just opts not to roll it out. I'll let it roll out, but put it out herself. You look to the likes of Liverpool's Leanne Kiernan as well. Not necessarily had the football she would have wanted. Gareth Taylor was saying when Liverpool, to a certain extent surprisingly, opted to loan her out. And Mawer with a very good turn. Doesn't go through to Almqvist. Boy Halorka. Alan Murphy trying to put some pressure on, and it might get slightly uncomfortable for Charlton. They still take this pattern of play for the next 40 minutes. Cyber. Side foot down the left for Mustaki to clear away. And in fact, the flag is set up anyway. Up ahead. Almqvist is wrestling in there as well. Massive legs, and in fact, it may well have been poked through to Lucy Fitzgerald from a Forest boot. We are going to see the first substitution of the game shortly. Leanne Rose moves it forward. Holmqvist is clambered on by Bradley. She's had her moments in this game, Tove Almqvist. Up ahead. Rome just rolls it to Murphy and gets it back. Here comes the long ball forward. Rose tries to flick it on. Got that knee bandaged up now, Leanne Rose. Forrest may have got lucky with that one. Murphy to Eberhead. Leanne Rose. Almqvist unable to keep a hold of it. Testra back to help out. Head to Mustaki. To Murphy, under a bit of pressure from Bradley. It finds Murphy, who I was about to say has done well when she's had the ball, and then she swings her boot at open air. Brown under pressure, Brome calm. Advantage played. Rogers, Brown, Boychlorka. Plenty of Forest bodies forward. Corner will be won. And I think we are going to see our first change of the game. And Leanne Rose, I think, the player coming off here. Perhaps it was a case at half-time of let's just give you a couple of minutes and see how you move in the second half. Leanne Kiernan has worn a Forest shirt already since that loan signing from Liverpool. But 17 minutes in that loss to Birmingham City. A fair few more today. There was a number of people surprised. Liverpool were ready to let her go. She has had some injury concerns. Gartella saying she wanted football. She's getting a bit more of it today. In comes the corner, onto the crossbar, and away for a goal kick. Sophie Whitehouse has had a couple of small jobs to do. Fairly relaxed for her otherwise. So Rose off, Leanne Kiernan on. Flannery bumps into Joy Maywer. Mustaki deals with it pretty confidently. Then Batty didn't really have an option. Kiernan straight after it. And that's very well played by Tove Almqvist, who's still going here. Almqvist to a Maywer. Option to her right-hand side. Goes from range, a Maywer. Bounces into the keeper's arms. An apologetic hand to Boychlorka, who was in space on the right-hand side. Rogers. Swept pass forward is a good one. Almqvist has done well. Boychlorka with Jodie Hutton lurking around her. Swings it out looking for Eberhead. May well find Eberhead as well. Let's go back towards Kiernan. We're going to see a change here for Charlton. And Amelie Testrup is the player who will come off. It's just not happening for her in front of goal, but the work rate is still excellent. Testrup goes off. Kenny comes on. Was one of the goal scorers in that 10-goal destruction of Swindon Town in the FA Cup. Wasn't able to change things too much in the half an hour she had on last time, about 30 minutes exactly, I think, last time. Try and change things against Sheffield United. Here's Rogers. Turn from Kenny. Kiernan straight to it. Sub against sub. Mustaki is charged up against Cyber. Mustaki, Almqvist tries to turn away. Has managed somehow to keep a hold of the ball. Alana Murphy. Mustaki. That's a smart-looking ball towards Tove Almqvist. If she's got the pace, she hasn't. And perhaps hadn't got the position there either. Yeah, flag is up. Sophie Whitehouse, in the end, convincing Undao. She'll play it to her instead. Over to Whitehouse, towards Lucia Lobato. No free kick given to Mustaki. Kenny was hunting there. Mustaki again opts against that long ball forward. Quite correctly as well over the halfway line now, Keris Brown. Ball towards Almqvist, who's been quite well involved in this second half. Boyle Hawk has won it well and wins the free kick. Some good play in here from Forest. They've just got to start testing Whitehouse. Taking quickly to Eberhead. Brome. Back again to Eberhead. Tries to drill one in low. It ricochets around. Demewa will chase it. Leanne Kiernan, desperate for her first touch of the game, gets it. And then straight out of play it goes. Think about what Leanne Kiernan has been part of, some of the performances she's previously put in. She could, once she's settled, turn out to be an absolute coup for the club. Stacky back towards Brome. Alana Murphy. Burst forward from Keris Brown, whose pass to Boyle Hawk is excellent. It comes back in, it's off the post. It almost caught Whitehouse out. I think it was undoubtedly a cross, but it almost snuck in at the near post. Chance for them to launch it back into the penalty area again here, Forest. They may take it quickly instead. Unbelievable how close that was from Boyle Hawk. It would have been an accident, but it would have been a much needed one for Forest. Fitzgerald trying to scramble it on the ground. Halorka. That's well won. And then well won back. Brown. Carries Brown to Chantal Boyhalorka. Left-footed ball into danger, nodded away by Undao. Smart past the Kiernan left-hand side. Rogers lofts it up towards Boyhalorka, who heads it back into danger, is going to be offside. Eberhead had gambled and steered it in, but the flag was already up. Boyhalorka did so well, regardless, to steer it towards Eberhead. Yeah, she maybe just drifted beyond Newsham. Definite positive signs. Definite positive signs from Forest. Are they too far back is the question. Lovely layoff down this left-hand side. Charlton coming forward for the first time in this second half. Forest win themselves a goal kick thanks to some good defending from Keris Brown. Boyhalorka with it. Gentle touch through, Almqvist. Kiernan out to her left-hand side. She uses her Eberhead is going central. And Kiernan gets it caught up. And Cyber reads it very well. And wins the free kick as well. And in fact, is Leanne Kiernan going to get a yellow card here? The yellow card has been dished out to Leanne Kiernan. And in fact, Carly Davies is going to join her in the book. Yellow card for the manager. It's so difficult for a manager when your team is rarely playing badly, conceding in the way that her Forest side are. It's not an overall clean take start to finish rebuild. It's tweaking the smallest of things, but at the moment, barring that victory over Sheffield United, Forest defensively are struggling. Nice turn from Boyhalorka. Tries the left-footed ball through. Moyer is there. Almqvist is right after her. Boyhalorka's come central here and has given the ball away. Flannery has asked an awful lot here of Jodie Hutton. And Keris Brown is defended really well. Finds Murphy. Another new recruit. Starkey. Almqvist. Rogers. Rogers. Boyhalorka. Moyer's flick on will still reach Eberhead. He just can't get it under control. Last few weeks, despite the fact things have been getting worse for her side, has seen some personal improvement from Eberhead. She has had some horrible luck with own goals this season. Forger Garden, wing back, is perhaps starting to look a little bit more confident. Almqvist, little touch and gets it back here. Tove Almqvist rides the challenge, finds the ball through to Leanne Kiernan. And May was in the centre, not going to find her, going to win a corner instead. Good ball from Almqvist. Keenan knew it was likely to be a corner or a big chance. Either way, it's good news for Forest, and they've got the corner. And the corner has gone straight out of play. Neat on the ball in the hole, Alana Murphy today. Kelly Davies spoke about how good her character is. If there is any chance of Charlton's unbeaten record ending today, we're in for a pretty incredible 22 minutes of football here. Kenny will chase it down. Barty to Mustaki. Murphy and Brome. Back to Alana Murphy. Clips it forward, trying to find the run of Tove Almqvist. Instead, Moya has played it forward very nicely towards Fitzgerald. Jodie Hutton. Lucy Fitzgerald. Fair few addicts on the edge of the penalty area. No free kick given. Jodie Hutton keeps going. Brome nods it away, only as far as Moya. And Kiernan able to poke it towards Chantel Boy-Halorka. He's got space to maraud down that right-hand side. And Mayor in support takes it. Swings it into the middle for Kiernan. Everhead to the left-hand side and goes to Everhead. Only one Forest player in the centre at the moment. Everhead puts it in. Collected by Whitehouse. Forest need to make one of these moments count. Roque hold things up for a second. Kiernan reads it well towards the run on the right-hand side here from Boy-Halorka. She has made a bit of a difference here, Leanne Kiernan. Boy-Halorka's ball in, takes a big deflection. Plops into the arms of Sophie Whitehouse. Brome wins it. Forest have had so much of this second half. They are still without goal, though. Swept forward. Down nods it back on. Everhead takes it well. Takes it really well. Oh, Almqvist was an inch or two away from being able to steer that into a dangerous position. Won by Mustaki. Almqvist to Rogers, who goes towards Joya Maywar. Doesn't quite get it under control. Lobato with her. Everhead wants it. And Maywar goes toward Murphy. Kiernan. Pass for her is awkward. Only cleared as far as Mustaki. Rogers and Kiernan. Decent ball into a dangerous position. Nodded toward goal, but the push was there. And a shake of the hand from Almqvist. I think just shoved Undao to the ground. We're going to see some more changes here. Katie Lockwood will get more time from the bench. Katie Bradley heading off. Had a fairly quiet game today, Bradley. We're also going to see Ellie Mason make her way on as well. I haven't had too many starts this season, but when she has played, obviously had some injury issues. She has played very, very well, in particular that game against Crystal Palace, that 1-0 win back in September. She was excellent in that. She replaces Gloria Cyber. I think we're going to see Rachel Rowe in a moment as well. We are going to see Rachel Rowe replacing Amy Rogers. Not quite like for like, but the same ballpark. 17 minutes to go. Keenan again doing well. Brown back to the keeper. Think about all the good news that Karen Hills is getting at the moment. Callie Humphrey, of course, back in training. Not yet ready to play, but back amongst the group and back with the ball at her feet after her maternity leave. There's no way you can argue Forest have played really poorly here. You can see from the stats alone, 10 shots to 3. The possession there, the key passes. Chances haven't been taken, but as has been Forest's problem for a fair few weeks now, they've not been able to stop chances being taken by their opponents. Mustaki, first touch for Rachel Rowe. Brown launches it on. And Maywood takes it down superbly, but again, Undoubt with her every step of the way. Rachel Rowe, sharp turn. Finds Ebba Head. Ebba Head to the inside. May have been helped out there by the touch of Newsham. He's moved over, I think, to this right-hand side while Mason heads to the other. Nice football from Forest. Ebba Head. Murphy desperate not to retreat here. Lovely bit of skill left-hand side. Ball in is cleared away. Kiernan. Rowe somehow almost bounces back through to Leanne Kiernan. Brown. Mustaki asking an awful lot of Ebba Head there. Asking too much of Ebba Head. May not feel like it for her right now, Chloe Mustaki, but she has had a really good season. Did, of course, briefly play for Charlton as well. 8 times back in 2019-2020 season. Rachel Rowe. Newsham, who has switched to this right-hand side, and Forrester hunting, and Topher Almqvist again apologetic as she concedes a foul. And Dow's clearance. Forward it comes. Almqvist gives it away towards Moya. Brown, who's had a decent game at right back, able to charge on, and Maywood will try and find her again. There needs to be more Forest players forward here in support. Kiernan, left-hand side of the penalty area, and May was coming in as well. Boyhalorca in immediate support. Mustaki. Eberhead. Murphy and Maywer. And Dower's just been, yet again, flying forward. The perfect position every time as well. I think concedes the foul there, mind you. Just kept going, Undow. And it all got very, very scrappy. Alicia Undow can argue that she was perhaps fouled in and around that scrappy bit of play. And then she undoubtedly fouled Almqvist as well. And a shove to the back of Alana Murphy too. Forest are going to have to hit soon. Mustaki, ball in towards the head of Boyhalorca, but flicked away for a corner before he can reach it. Two big thumbs up there for Mustaki. Yeah, it's Newsham again with an important interception of that cross. Important touch. Referee is going to go over again and have a chat with one or two. These conversations have been fairly regular through the game. In comes the corner. Well defended. Brown will get hold of it. Launched in again. Flick toward goal. It's a brilliant stop from the goalkeeper, Sophie Whitehouse. She wouldn't have seen that until very, very late. That's her biggest contribution of the game so far. Eberhead's ball in. Boyhalorca toward goal, and yeah, really good reflexes from Sophie Whitehouse. Forest are knocking at the door, but they've got to walk through two of them. In comes the low corner. Newsham at the near post, puts it straight back out of play. And Kenny and Maywer will be called over. Joy Maywer has got to be careful, really. She's been pulled up a couple of times. She is on a booking here. Up toward the back post. It skips by everyone. Out for a goal kick. Another moment where they get close to creating something, not being able to pull it off. Now we are going to see a substitution or two here. Mary McAteer will come on, but first it is a big moment back onto the field for Ciara Skeels. Not been seen since that 2-0 win over Sunderland in October. It has been a very rough old run for her. She had surgery on her ankle after that game against Sunderland. She's had months and months out. She is back onto the field. Karen Moyer is replaced. Alicia Undow's also gone off. Mary McAteer is a real freewheeling player. The news on the injury front and on players becoming available just continues to get better for Charlton, which can only surely worry everyone else. Charlton, understandably, in no rush. Again, Forest have not been terrible, but again, it seems at the moment Forest are on the verge of defeat. Here comes Rachel Rowe, turns back and away again very smartly. Stacky to Brome. Brome to Brown. Kiernan, who's switched wings here. Tries to turn it around the corner. By Halorka now on this left-hand side. Room to run. McAteer straight after her. Into Rowe. And Maywer. Joy Maywer still going, lays it off towards the brilliant strike from Malmqvist. It was always rising. It was not far away, though. Great strike from Malmqvist. Mustaki to Eberhead. Good challenge. Ball well won by Kenny. Kiernan getting instructions to stay out wide. Oh, Fitzgerald, that's lovely play to find Hutton left-hand side. Jodie Hutton still going. Georgia Brome in the way. Malmqvist into Murphy. Brome looking for Joy and Maywer. Comes towards Rachel Rowe, and Maywer's just maybe bought herself a space in. Wasn't expecting it. Couldn't quite react quickly enough. Big drive on from Brown again. Oh, she's got through two there at Charlton. There's only really a Maywer in the centre. Kiernan, a couple more coming in now, goes in low. Only as far as Boy Halorka. Sets herself for the strike, takes the strike. And I think has won the corner. If Forest can score now, it's going to get nervy in these next couple of minutes. But they need to break through. Chloe Mustaki with a corner. Needs a good one. Into a dangerous position. It's, I think, bounced off the top of the head of Tove Almqvist. Kiernan. Eberhead plays it in. Fleet up into the sky by Brome. Oh, spilled by Whitehouse. For a moment there, that seemed that move was absolutely over, but Forest will keep hold of possession here. Launch forward again. And Maywer bounces away from her. Newsham into the sky. Almqvist after it. And she's the last to touch it. She has had a lively game, Tove Almqvist. Takes it down here again, Tove Almqvist. Out to the left-hand side. There'll be at least 5 minutes of added time here. Ball given away. Katie Lockwood just sweeps it forward. Well, Forest, as it looks, on the way to a loss here today, it becomes all the more important that next Sunday they get that win over Sunderland, doesn't it? I think Forest are in any kind of overall danger, but there was a chance at one point of a potential promotion push. That is feeling further and further away after this run of fixtures. Very well won by Kenny. And kept as well, although then Mustaki gets involved. Newsham gives it away. Mustaki does well to find Rachel Rowe. Rachel Rowe swung that brilliantly. That's a brilliant pass to find Kiernan. Right-hand side, Kiernan onto the left boot, and Maber in support. Kiernan goes herself! And despite the cheers in the crowd, it is not in the back of the net. It looked for a moment like it was. This is a brilliant pass from Rachel Rowe. This is a great ball. And Kiernan up against Ellie Mason. Really nice play, but just can't steer it on target. It's another Forest corner. Mustaki's corner. It's a high one towards Boyher Lorca. It's bouncing around. Well, there's claims it was over the line. It's somehow away. Rachel Rowe, Murphy, Mustaki onto that left boot. Will get it back. Then it's pumped into the sky and away. An immediate throw of a couple of hands, including from Georgia Brome. That was, I think, confirmation of the 5 minutes added. Mustaki to Keris Brown, who's had a good game. It's into a dangerous position. Oh, it's somehow saved by Whitehouse. What a stop that is from the Charlton keeper. Extraordinary stop from the keeper. And I'm a little bit surprised he's not getting a little bit more love for that. Eberhead did nothing wrong, charged onto the ball. That is a superb stop from the goalkeeper. Unbelievable stop. In towards it. Dangerous position, flicked away for another corner. Still, I think one or two asking about whether or not that chance a few moments ago went over the line for Forest. There's definitely some very convincing shouts for it. And Fabio Roque is going to issue a yellow card to Georgia Brome, sent off in this fixture in December. Yellow card today. Corner in, corner away. Mustaki, Rachel Rowe. That's a nice, dangerous ball in, cleared away. Mustaki tries to skip away from those closest to her. It's Mustaki again. Low pass in towards the row edge of the penalty area. Sets it up for Brown, who then loses out. And a chance here for Charlton just to simply get it away. Kiernan, very well read and smash clear. Well, that is just telling you everything about Forest's form. It's a microcosm of what they're going through. 16 shots, 4 on target, 68.1% possession. Complete domination in this second half as well, let's be fair. But they are about to lose again by more than 2 goals despite all of that. I should say by 2 or more goals despite all of that. And it tells you as well that Charlton just continue to be as ruthless as they need to be. And that at the moment has put them very much in pole position for a return to the Barclays WSL. It has left them unbeaten. And Forest's performance yet again, I think, will leave Carly Davies frustrated in so many ways. Pleased, I'm sure, in some as well. But desperate to fix what has been 3 of the last 4 games. Some fairly hefty defeats. Just that 1-0 win over Sheffield United. A spark of happiness for them. Murphy gives the ball away. Chance here for Charlton. McAteer tries to skip away from Mustaki, who I think will receive a yellow card. And does receive a yellow card. Last few seconds of this game. Lucy Fitzgerald's brace will seemingly and potentially certainly be the difference between these 2 teams. Newsham, I'm sure, will not be in any great rush. Katie Lockwood standing by her as well. It's McAteer, and Eberhead reads it nicely. Almqvist. Murphy. Awkward swing out to this right-hand side for Brown over the halfway line. Kiernan with her. Keris Brown just shows a little bit too much to Lucy Fitzgerald. The ball, I think, has stayed in. It has not stayed in. Long throw down the wing, and it's another 3 points for Charlton. 25 games unbeaten in the league. They took their chances and then they defended superbly. Forest in the second half were the dominant team, but they didn't take their chances. Brilliant late save from Sophie Whitehouse as well. But for Forest, sometimes it's easier to be poor. There's clearer things to work on. But yet again, good possession. But a brace from Lucy Fitzgerald, the first of which, by the way, was an absolute beauty. The second bounced off the top of her head from a corner. She's gone 2 in 3 now, or 3 in 2, I should say. And she is continuing to make some big contributions. Charlton, top of the table, with potentially good news elsewhere as well today. Things are very, very rosy for Karen Hills and her side. It is not going to be Nottingham Forest who break this unbeaten run. Next up for Charlton, it's Durham. Then they travel to Ipswich. Of course, they have that FA Cup game, of course, as well against Oxford United on the 22nd of February. But the next two games, with the form of those sides, are winnable. They are creeping towards an unbeatable season, and more importantly, toward, for them, promotion back to the top division. And Forest have got to find the fixes, and find them relatively quickly too. At the City Ground, it's finished. Nottingham Forest 0, Charlton Athletic 2. And we'll take a look at the full-time stats in a moment. We'll also take a look very shortly at results and the table from action elsewhere. 16 shots to 3, 5 on target to 2. A couple of big saves from Whitehouse. You look through how much defending Charlton had to do as well. The point is, though, they consistently did it well. Newsham and Hutton were a little quiet at times, but Lobato and Undao, particularly having to deal with the physicality, of course, of Joya Mawa, did very, very well. We mentioned a few moments ago, this might prove to be a really good day for Charlton Athletic, and this is why. The others, as of yet, not yet finished, so Palace 2-1 up over Bristol City. Could be good news, and Durham's very late equaliser, 98th minute equaliser, has slowed Birmingham City's charge down as well. Palace might well be starting to creep into real positive places in this league. 4th after today, and moving toward 3rd. Ipswich, another massive win. They're going to start to stress a lot of the teams toward the bottom of the table out. As it stands, actually, which we'll see in a second, if that is the result at Portsmouth, there is a big move at the bottom of the table. And Jordan Nobbs' brace sees Newcastle United 2-1 up over Southampton. And again, we will show you the table without any big changes in the next minute or two elsewhere. We'll also bring you some match highlights very shortly as well. Let's take a look at that league table, shall we? Because there has been a gigantic move at the bottom of the table, and look at that. Who would have thought this a couple of weeks ago? Ipswich Town are out, as things stand, of that relegation spot. It is a massive move. Of course, they've changed manager. They've invested an awful lot in January. Some pretty good names. Well, look at that. It is starting to pay dividends. They've climbed from the bottom of the table. And Pompey, who've had so much bad luck this season, in particular with injuries, and now the side sitting at the bottom of the Barclays WSL 2. Charlton stretch their lead at the top to 5 points. Bristol City and Birmingham, it seems, are not going to keep the pace up today. And Forest sit in 7th. They are very unlikely to worry about relegation, but it's a season that perhaps at one point promised so much more. Now, just a reminder, you can watch every single game from the Barclays WSL 2 on this YouTube channel. We'll be bringing you every single match, along with match highlights, of course, and plenty more too. And the match highlights are on their way shortly.
We grew up with football.
Barclays WSL.
The envy of the world these days.
Not just watching it, but playing it.
Our top league now is fully professional.
There is much to which we can look forward here for sure.
We felt the support.
Quality of football improving, facilities improving.
We grew and our fans came with us.
A new Barclays WSL record attendance with 60,000 plus massive crowd.
You followed us to great heights.
A game of graft and determination.
And there could be more to come.
We grew up with more women leading the way.
She has seen it develop from part-time football to this colossus.
It's only going to get better and better.
We continue to grow with it.
Oh, what a goal!
Brilliantly done! Brilliant hit! Oh, magnificent! And she scores brilliantly!
How about that?
We grew up seeing the game change forever.
Oh, that's outrageous! What a goal! Fantastic finish! She is such a good player. Sensational!
We grew up as clubs shattered records.
Hayes history makers!
A record points total.
Record number of WSL appearances.
A great season came to an end.
An invincible season and yet another Women's Super League title.
We're entering a new era.
Absolutely sublime.
And we're still here.
Well, while we are, of course, only a few moments away from bringing you the highlights of this game today, just another reminder, Lucy Watson's 98th minute goal is what separated, well, not separated, what brought Durham back into that game against Birmingham City. Absolutely incredible late contribution from Watson, who, don't forget, scored a 94th minute winner last weekend. Elsewhere, Crystal Palace 2, Bristol City 1 has brought Palace closer to the promotion spots and put a question mark over Bristol City as well. As we said earlier on, this has been a very good day for Charlton Athletic. They, of course, won here by 2-0. That Lucy Fitzgerald brace. Ipswich, big moves at the bottom of the table, have drawn themselves away from the route of the Barclays WSL 2. Only on goal difference, but they are perhaps beginning to see a little bit more light. And Southampton 1. Newcastle United 2. The results elsewhere. That, of course, means Charlton sit top of the table, 5 points clear of Birmingham City. Bristol City in third and Palace in fourth. Now getting ever closer to each other. Newcastle United on the charge as well. Southampton, Forest and Sunderland probably unlikely to face relegation, although Sunderland may be closer than they'd like to be, and certainly more than Mel Ray would like to be. Big point for Durham in an important couple of weeks for them. Without those late Watson goals, they would be really, really in danger down in 10th. And Sheffield United, who, of course, have already beaten last season's tally, but need to go a little bit better still, sit in 10th on 13. Well, next week's fixtures are, of course, not too far away. We will have an early kick-off at the Valley as Charlton host Durham in that one. Bristol City will host Southampton. Big game at the bottom with Ipswich Town against Sheffield United. A big enough win. Ipswich will not necessarily get ahead of Sheffield United there, but will really start to breathe down their necks. Newcastle host Pompey. And Sunderland will take on Nottingham Forest with the game on Monday. A big game as well. Birmingham City against Crystal Palace. And then that midweek rearranged fixture. Ipswich against Charlton as well. A lot of football for Karen Hill's side to play over the next couple of weeks. And it still continues to impress as well when you look through Charlton and what they've done this season. In the top 7 in the league, 5 of those teams have scored more than them. Forest have scored as many as them, but they've conceded just 7 times this season, which is a recipe for a very strong chance at promotion. Match highlights on their way very shortly. "15 months and 25 games unbeaten for Charlton Athletic. And that is Real change at the bottom of the Barclays WSL 2 as well. Another reminder as well, it's not just the Sunday games, which you can watch on this YouTube channel. It is every single Barclays WSL 2 game this season. You wonder, Callie Davies might ask a couple of questions. Did that ball cross the line late on? Would that have mattered even if it had? In terms of the result, well, we'll never know. Boy Hawker with chances. Sophie Whitehouse with a couple of big saves. As much as you can credit the way that Forest, particularly in that second half, approached things, Charlton defended so well. They defended like a team that is destined for promotion. And right now, it's not just about the 5-point gap between themselves and Birmingham City, is it? It's about the 9-point gap between themselves and Crystal Palace in 4th. In a 22-game league, they are 8 away from promotion now. And you've already got 3 matches where you could, in theory, mess up and still sit top of the table, or at least in the top 3 of the Barclays WSL 2. I think some of the interesting sides in this league, the likes of Southampton and Forest in particular, who I think at the moment are the two who will not go down and will very unlikely go up. Seen Forest really shake the pack with the amount of signings they've made in January. You wonder how they approach both the rest of this season and the onset of next. Ipswich have taken some risks. At the moment, it is working for them. 3 draws and a win in the last 5. Sheffield United's form has been pretty weak. Pompey's form, obviously, for a fair while now, has been very difficult for them. Look at Newcastle, slowly but surely charging forward. 3 wins in 5 for them. 16 points. I should say 10 points for potential 15, in fact. Hard to get 16 points from 5 games. That would be very impressive. Bristol City have bookended their 5-game form with a couple of losses, including today. Likes of Lexi Lloyd-Smith, Rio Hardy, Emily Syme. They can win any game. And we've seen the brilliance, the flair, the goals of Birmingham City this season. We've seen how dangerous they are. A plus 23 goal difference, as you can see there as well, for Birmingham City. I mean, it is incredible, and it just further goes to show you how good Charlton's season has been. When Birmingham have played the way they've played and are not top of the table. Apologies for the delay on these highlights. We will hopefully bring you them very soon. Some scores in the WSL. Arsenal 1, Manchester City 0, Liverpool 4, Villa 1. That is a huge win for Liverpool. Everton 1-0 winners over the London City Lionesses. Great game between West Ham and Brighton. 3-2 win there for the Hammers. And the game between Spurs and Chelsea is, I believe, not yet done. But it is Spurs 0, Chelsea 2. Alyssa Thompson adding to that Kira Walsh opener for Chelsea. who are, I believe, on the verge of furthering Sonia Bonpastor's contract as well. Well, apologies, we can't bring you the highlights from this game today. You will be able to see them on this Barclays WSL 2 YouTube channel later on, though, today as well. But at full time, a game where Forest looked very good in parts, but could not break through Charlton. It's finished Nottingham Forest 0, Charlton Athletic 2.